Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Pie Records. I'm here with Anthony from Tired Radio. We were privileged to help put the CD out, and now they're going to get it pressed on vinyl. How you doing, Anthony?
I'm doing well, Ryan. Excited about the vinyl, man. It's been a long time dream of mine to have my music pressed to vinyl, so that's really cool.
So uh, it's going to look great on pink. It's going to
Oh,
look.
I'm so stoked about that. We're actually doing two variants. I found out now. We're doing a second, like, I think 50. We're pressing 50 clear variants with a
Oh
pink
yeah,
splatter,
oh
which
yeah,
is going to be pretty awesome.
yeah. So
I'm pumped about that.
so tell me about how Tired Radio got started and what brought you up to Patterns.
All right. Strap in. I started this thing, I guess 2017, the beginning of 2017. Um, Basically, I was playing in punk bands my whole life, but I was singing, and that's it. I mean, I started as a drummer when I was 14 in a metal band, but then I quickly moved on to punk and started singing in punk bands. And I had never really played guitar before. And in 2015, I decided, fuck it, I'm gonna pick up a guitar. It's never too late, right? And so I bought my first guitar, a little cheap Epiphone Les Paul, and I started writing songs, man. And I guess finally, by the beginning of 2017, I felt like the songs I were writing were decent enough to record. So that's when I decided to throw Tired Radio together. And Tired Radio has always been a solo thing, but less of like a one man with an acoustic guitar, more of it was always meant to be a full band thing. I was always writing these full band punk songs, and just the band was me. And so yeah, I went into the studio with the first single, which was "Let Me Down," and I recorded that and put that out, and it mostly fell on deaf ears, man. And so did then a month or two later, I went out and recorded "Dead and Gone," which was the second single, and again, like I was pretty fucked up about it. I sent it out to a bunch of blogs and stuff, trying to get coverage, and I don't know. No one really wanted to cover it. So I kind of decided to take a break. I was just like, you know what? What am I doing? Like, I had just started a new relationship with this girl I was really into, and I was like, I'll keep writing songs, but I'll keep them for myself, which is, why I write these songs anyway. But then coming up to Patterns, for between 2017 and 2019, I had written a fuckload of songs, man. a lot of songs. I mean, Patterns, I had to choose. It was one of the hardest things. I had about 30 songs to choose from, and I had to narrow that down for financial reasons in the studio. But yeah, so that's how Patterns came about. I was pretty much done with recording. I was just going to kind of keep everything as demos that I recorded in my bedroom to myself. But I was going through a breakup towards the end of 2019, and I was all fucked up about it, and I needed something to keep my mind off it. And I had sent some of the demos to a friend of mine who I hadn't spoken to in a while, and he was like gung-ho about it. He ends up giving me a call, and he's like, "Did you really write these songs?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man." And he's like, "You gotta fucking record these things." I hope it's okay that I can curse, right?
Yeah.
I curse like a fucking sailor, which you can hear in the songs. But yeah, he basically, my friend Stefan, I gotta give him a shout out. He basically gave me the punch in the gut that I needed to get this thing going, because I would have just sat with these songs locked up on my hard drive. But he was like, you need to do this, man. You need to put these out there. You need to really go for it. And so that's what I did. I hit up this time I didn't want to play drums this time because I'm pretty rusty. So I hit up a friend of mine, Kevin, and brought him on board, and we rehearsed these songs like 5 times, and then went to the studio and recorded them. And that's how Patterns was born.
It's great. And for our listeners that might be new to Tired Radio, how do you describe it? It's definitely punk, in the punk family, but how would you describe it specifically?
Yeah, that's a tough question, man. It's in the punk family for sure. I would say it's melodic punk. I try to just use other bands these days. It's just easier. So like I would say, like if you're a fan of Hot Water music or the Lawrence Arms, Menzingers, any of those bands, kind of, you know, rusty vocals, big distorted guitars, you'll dig it. So I say like melodic punk with like an emo tinge in there. Yeah.
That's great. Now, when did the CD come out? And where, other than Pie Records, where can people get a hold of it and get a hold of you?
Yeah, dude. So we released the record August 4th, I think it was. A little over, almost 2 months ago. Wow, time's fucking flying. We released it then. You can get the CD through Pie Records. You can get the CD through Engineer Records. And you can get the CD through me directly at the Tired Radio Bandcamp page, tiredradio.bandcamp.com. What was the second part of that question, Ron? Sorry, man, the whiskey's kicking in.
Just when's the target date for the vinyl to come out?
Oh man, it's looking. I just talked to David from Engineer about that yesterday. We're looking at probably like a late October, early November situation. So he just sent it off to be pressed. Like I think today's Monday, right? I think he just sent it off this morning. So that takes a little bit, but targeting looking at like November, early November. But we should get the pre-orders going soon. I'm hoping within the next couple of weeks we'll start taking pre-orders on it.
You're gonna do pre-order on Bandcamp?
Yeah, I think. Actually, yeah, this is a new development. I should mention that. We teamed up with Sinking Ship here in the U.S. So Sinking Ship Records is going to be the sole main distributor that we'll be selling through here in the U.S. There'll be a few other labels here and abroad. I know Dave is Engineer will have for anyone over in Europe that wants to purchase the vinyl, they'll go through Engineer. But here it'll be through Sinking Ship mostly. They're going to be the sole distributor there, and that's sinkingshiprecords.com for anyone who's interested there.
So, can we expect out of those 30 songs, there might be something else you're working on?
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm always working on something, dude. COVID's been a bit of a mind fuck. I thought I was gonna have all this time to like write, get these songs to where they need to be. But I've been kind of stagnant and uninspired, I guess, because of the state of the world right now. But the songs are pretty much there. A lot like with Patterns, what I tend to do is write songs. Either like I'll get them to a point. Like with Patterns, some of the songs were like 30% done. Other songs were like 90% done. But I never really fully finished a song, which is just like so me, man. I'm the type of person who'd be like washing dishes and leave the last dish in the sink. I have a hard time with finishing things. So yeah, dude, all of those songs, none of them are completely done yet, and they just need a little bit of work. It's just a matter of kicking my ass into gear and figuring out what's going to be the next move and which songs I want to finish. Because there's a lot to choose from, man. There really is a lot to choose from. And I think now, going forward, now I got the band on board. I'd like to take the songs with Patterns. was just me. You know, I wrote the songs and brought them into the studio, you know, and that was that. But now I have a live band, and I think I might want to take them to the band and see if maybe they have any ideas, just to see where that goes, you know?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, it's a lot of stress off my plate too. It was tough. I you know, this is my first go around at like writing songs as a solo artist, you know, and they're full band songs, so it's a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure on me.
Where are you guys located? Yeah, obviously the States, but where in the States are you located?
Yeah, we're all here in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, New York. My drummer Kevin is way down in South Brooklyn, down by like the Coney Island area. And then the other three of us, me, Ryan, and Jay, are up in North Brooklyn in like Williamsburg, Ridgewood area here. So we've been, it's a crazy story, man. Honestly, I tend to ramble here, so just tell me to shut up if I talk too much. Right? I was looking for some players once Patterns was just about finished. I was like, you know, because originally I was just going to put out the record and just that's it. Like I wasn't planning on touring or playing shows or anything, but man, I miss it so much, and that's my favorite part of being a musician is just like gigging. So I was like, let me get a band together. Let me put a band together here. And back in 2017, like right after I released "Let Me Down" as a single, I ran into a super old friend of mine from where I'm from on Long Island, Jay, who now plays bass. But he asked me, you know, we hadn't seen each other in, I don't know, man, maybe close to 10 years. And we ran into each other at a bar. We were both wasted. And, you know, it was one of those things like, hey, man, I heard your track. Like, do you need a bassist? And at the time, I just was like, you know, again, it was kind of just a recording project. It wasn't really a live thing. So I was just like, no, man, I'm just going to keep doing this thing. But if I ever decide to do a live, you know, rendition of this project, I'll hit you up. And sure as shit, man, like I stuck to that. You know, when I decided I was going to have a live band, I messaged Jay, and we hadn't spoken since that day in the bar. And he was like, yeah, I'm 100% still on board. He was a fan from the start. And so it's great to have him in the band, man. I really lucked out with him and Kevin. Both of those guys are like super dedicated to the project. They love it. And that's all I could ask for, man. This project is literally, it's my life, dude. It's my heart. It's everything. So to have these guys that are like into it as much as I am, like, is fucking awesome. I couldn't ask for a better bunch of dudes, man.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, other than CD, where are you on streaming platforms as well?
Hell yeah.
So what streaming platforms can they find you on?
So you could catch us on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Deezer, pretty much everything, man. Amazon Music, it's all over the place. I know Apple Music and Spotify are the two big ones.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I trying to push. I think Spotify is like the go-to of the day these days. I don't know, man. I'm still old school, you know, like I'm still trying to get used to like streaming. I still have a fucking iTunes like library that I'm super proud of, that I curated over the last like 20 years of my life. You know, like I remember taking CDs and putting them into my computer and loading them into iTunes when shit was starting to go digital. Yeah. So it's crazy, man. It's really, I guess that shows my age, but
well, I did the
I'm
same.
trying to get used to it. Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's why, I mean, I still love having physical media, man. You know, that's why I'm really just so happy that the album's getting pressed to vinyl. I mean, the CD was cool, but I feel like it's hard with CDs, dude. Like, I feel like kids don't even know what a fucking CD is anymore. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
vinyl, it made a comeback, and like people are still buying vinyl, and and I get to have like a insert with the vinyl with all the lyrics and like a little poster in there. So I'm really stoked about that. Really pumped up.
It's a completely different experience, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And I still, to this day, get so excited when I buy a new vinyl and I get to, open it up and look at the art. I don't know. It's really fucking cool.
So, all right. I think we pretty much covered everything on my end. Is there anything specific you want to mention before we sign off?
Good question. I guess, what should I be mentioning? The vinyl. Stay tuned for the vinyl coming. Merch. We got merch now. Really excited about that. We're on Big Cartel, so it's tiredradio.bigcartel.com. If you want to buy some Tired Radio merch, I would really appreciate that. Times are tough right now, and it sucks to not be able to tour, to be selling merch and making money and stuff. So yeah, I guess I gotta plug that. What else? Thank you to you and to Dave over at Engineer. Like, I don't know, man, this has really been a whirlwind. I didn't really expect when I sent the email out to Dave, to Engineer, asking him if he'd be interested in helping out. I never really expected an answer, but I got one, and here we are, all these months later now, like, you and I talking and pressing this thing to vinyl, and it's all been pretty awesome, dude. So, yeah, I think that's about it. To anyone who hasn't heard us, go fucking listen. Like, go fucking listen and play that shit as loud as you can. This record was meant to be played loud. So crank it up and, I don't know, spread the word, man. This is my dreams coming true here. So, that's all.
I can't wait to see the vinyl myself. I'm super happy to
meet me too.
And I appreciate you lending me some of your time today.
Yeah, of course, man. It's. I wanted to ask you a question.
Okay.
I see that you're in sports. Are you an Eagles fan?
I'm not much into football, but if I had to pick a team, it would be that.
It'd be the Eagles?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. It's all I needed to know we're enemies now.
Well, I mean, obviously you're a Giants fan, so.
Yeah, you got it, man. But you know what? I'm not a fan right now, man. They have not been looking too good.
In Philly, there's the Holy Trinity. There's the Eagles, there's the Cowboys, and there's the Giants.
Right. Yep.
And I guess we'll always hate each other, and I'll never know. How it goes, man. I'll never know why, because I'm more into hockey and basketball.
Okay, cool, yeah.
But my wife will sit there and yell at the TV. I'm more of a hockey person.
So you're a Flyers fan, I see.
Oh yeah.
Cool,
Although,
cool, yeah.
As I'd like.
Yeah, well, hey, man, as a Mets fan, I'm used to suffering. As a Giants fan, the last 2 years have been insufferable. Yeah, none of my teams tend to do very well out there, but we keep going.
Well, with the Patriots out of the game now, maybe
a
little bit more room.
Yeah, I'm pumped about that.
All right, man. You have a good day, and thank you so much.
You too, man. It was really great to meet you and great to talk to you, dude. Hope to talk to you again soon, dude.
Yeah, hopefully.
For sure. Hey, cheers, bud. Take care.
Take care.